Hey, there is nothing worse than wasting your time because, hey, it is a resource that is finite. We can't replace it. That second that just went by, we're never going to get it. Well, that's really an attitude or a mindset that sometimes when you're doing a live stream show and you look up and you see the count is zero, no one is watching, it can be disheartening. In fact, it can make you say, why am I doing this? This is a waste of my time. No one is watching my stuff, no matter how good it is. I don't care if if you're one of the best entertainers and storytellers on the planet and you have zero audience, it can sometimes be difficult because you're trying to get up for the audience, right? And you're trying to make sure to deliver them great information. Well, something happened today that I want to share with you that I think is very, very valuable. And I use the phrase or the old saying is we're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. In other words, sometimes we don't see how valuable this process is. Hey, I'm excited. There's not zero now. There's one person watching. Thank you so much. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section. We're talking about doing live streams and finding out, hey, why is it worth me doing a live stream even if no one is watching? Well, here's what I want to show you. Today, I did a program with one of my clients. They're an HVAC and plumbing company. And during that show, we were talking, or he was talking about plumbing and why we as homeowners should have our plumbing system checked at least once a year. Well, in that, it was packed full of great information. Now, during the whole time, no one was watching. But here's the cool part, and I'm going to share this because it didn't matter. There is something, and I'm going to share this. It's called pillar content. And the cool part about this is the more content you have out there that are helping your ideal customers find you on the internet, because that's where we go. About 94% of us, before we make any type of buying decision, we go to the internet and start checking things out. In fact, their number is almost 80%, according to Forbes. It says, you know what? I'm not going to pick up a phone. I'm not going to call anybody. I'm not going to send an email until I do most of my homework. By this time, you've kind of already made, and I say we've already kind of made a decision whether we're going forward or not. Well, look at this piece of content. So the blue area there is home plumbing maintenance, right? So we call that our pillar content. And this was about a 22-minute video that he did live, and there was no one watching, right? During that piece, if you see all the green circles around this, these are all the top questions that somebody who is a homeowner may have about plumbing. It may be something like, hey, why is high water pressure can lead to major water leaks? Water pressure regulator valves. Why does my toilet keep running? In other words, these are the topical questions that a homeowner may search for, and this will lead them back to the main person or the main company, the piece of pillar content. So when somebody comes to this, it might be a shorter version of this. Let's say the blue area, the pillar piece of content, because it's covering so much, it literally could be 2,000 to 4,000 words long, but it's not taking each one of these topics and going in depth. But each one of the green pieces, it's going in depth only on that item. It's not covering all the other things. So as an example, why do I have water dripping from my faucets? Well, that's a situation that particular piece of content will only go deep on that information. And then for more information, and guess what it'll do? It will lead it back to the pillar content. Now, here's the coolest part of doing a video, which is what we did with our client and what we do with our clients, is each one of those green pieces and the blue piece were done in front of a camera. In other words, they were live streamed. So what this means is every piece of content that we made for our customers, it also has an accompanying video. And these green areas here have videos that are what? Shorts. They're 60 seconds or less, which right now, as consumers, we love these things. Raise your hand if you watch shorts, and sometimes you'll do one, and next thing you know, you wake up and it's like, oh my gosh, I've been watching shorts for half an hour. But the idea here is videos are very powerful at attracting and answering questions, because all of a sudden, when you have the authority, in this case, the owner of the company was answering these questions, it satisfies, it ticks all the buttons when it comes to content creation. There's high authority, there's expertise. He gave some, he has experience. He has heating and air conditioning company and plumbing company in 2 different locations. So he has this. And he also talks about his experiences where he had some plumbing issues. He had some problems with flooding. So I want you to think about this a little differently when it comes to live streaming. Live streaming, yes, it'd be great if there were 1,000 people watching you. Yes, it'd be great if there are all these people commenting. But the most important thing is, don't step over how valuable this content is. Us, as a digital marketing agency, Swing Point Media, here's what happens. From this 22-minute video, we're going to create a pillar piece of content, and we're going to create another. I think there's 12 additional pieces of content. So if we put out content once a week, this is 13 weeks worth of content that we can make on a very specific product that they offer, which is plumbing. Let that sink in. What if you did something like this? What if you were a dentist and you offered all the things you talk about, or that you offer? You did one piece of pillar content and you covered all these things. And what's the benefit of coming in once every 6 months to have your teeth cleaned? And what is the issues with gum issues and how to prevent that? Well, that could be one major piece of content in why you should go to your dentist at least once every 6 months. And then all those other reasons are what we call topical contents. They're like feeder lines coming into, imagine right now here in the Coachella Valley in Southern California, wherever you're at, we're starting to have snow melt. And it creates all these little streams. Well, these streams run into what? Usually bigger rivers or lakes. That lake in this case is our pillar content. So before you discount and toss away the idea, hey, I am not going to do live streaming because no one ever watches me, I want you to think about this. What is the gold at the end of the rainbow? In this case, it's content. And content is incredibly valuable at attracting your ideal customer and weeding out those people who are not your ideal customers. In this case, if someone reads or watches a video and reads a piece of content, can exterior water valves cause interior water damage? And they reach out to you, they are very, very specific on what's going on. I guarantee you, they have either had an issue or they want to prevent an issue, and they're going to call my client, they're going to get in touch with them, and they're going to get new clients specifically for that. These are people that have said, hey, I watched this, and I probably watched 3 or 4 pieces of these pieces of content. I've watched a whole bunch of the videos on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I've watched all those, and this guy knows what he's talking about. They become better quality customers. And when they do get a hold of you, the chances of them booking an appointment, saying yes, goes way up. My name is Jeff Harris. I own a company called Swing Point Media. We are a digital marketing agency located in the Coachella Valley. That's in the Palm Springs area, if you're not familiar with Coachella Valley. And we help local business owners get more customers, more ideal customers, using this exact and many others strategy. So if you're having trouble out there attracting your ideal customers, and you're thinking, somebody keeps saying, hey, you should be doing video, and you're saying, I'm not going to do it because nobody watches, there's an underlying value that you should be considering. The gold is not in the live. The gold is after the situation. In fact, after I get done with this video, guess what? It's going to become a piece of pillar content. And then we're going to have a bunch of my own green things around that will lead to that. Guess what it is? Should I be doing live streaming video if I own a local business? Well, there are a lot of people out there that ask that question, and I'm going to give you some answers. So if you have questions, please comment. If you're watching this afterwards, please put your comments in the comment section. I'll make sure to answer them. And if you would like more information, please email me at info@swingpointmedia.com. You can always visit our website at swingpointmedia.com, check out what we do, and set an appointment. Let's have a chat. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everybody.